What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It is your boy, Goo Fury. This is a new channel. Goo Fury has started to expand. Now, this is my pro wrestling channel. This will be covering all the pro wrestling content that I watch. So yeah, if you enjoy pro wrestling, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, notifications, do all that, share this content out. I'm planning on doing a lot of videos based on pro wrestling because that's something I can talk about pretty easily. Summerslam, man, I'll say Summerslam was a good show. Was it great? No, it was great on paper. It was a god tier show on paper. When you look back on this show a few years from now, 10 years, 20 years from now, the card looks stacked, to be 100% honest with you. But these matches, most of them did not live up. Ladies and gentlemen, SummerSlam did not live up, in my opinion. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd probably give it a 7 or a 6, to be honest with you. It was upper mid, much better show than anything Vince McMahon really did besides WrestleMania in the past couple years. So this being the weakest Triple H era show says a lot, but I would still put it above like almost every other Vince McMahon show in the past few years. So we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna start off with Ricochet versus Logan Paul. Now, everyone knew this match was gonna freaking hump. This match was going to slap 100%. Honestly, you could make a valid case that this match was the match of the freaking night. This match low-key showcased Ricochet and Logan Paul in such a crazy way. We already know that Ricochet is really good. If you don't think Logan Paul is good after this match, I don't know what your problem is. Honestly, Logan Paul has made every single match of his a good match. From the match with The Miz, that was even good. The match with Roman Reigns was good. The match with Rollins was good. And the match with Ricochet is probably his best match. Saying that with the quality of competition he's had is ballistic. Ricochet has proven time and time again that he is made to be a pro wrestler. He also has the best buckshot lariat, in my opinion. I know I'm gonna get shot for that, but hey, I love Hangman Adam Page, but I'm not gonna hold you. Logan Paul has the better buckshot lariat. He just executes it so freaking perfectly. I'm sorry. This match was full of a bunch of freaking high spots. I mean, Spanish flies off the apron, dives, all kinds of silliness. I wouldn't say that there was this one huge moment like they were building up the entire time. I wouldn't say there was a viral moment, honestly. This match, if anything, is leading to a rematch at Payback. Honestly, I can see them doing number 2 at Payback, and low-key, I wouldn't mind them pushing this out to a third match. I would not mind that at all. I'm here for it, to be 100% honest with you. Personally, I wouldn't have any other match open the show. This was the perfect opener. If anything else were to open the show, it would have to be Drew versus Gunther. Even that match did not live up to this one, and that is so crazy to say. Drew and Gunther are some of the best competitors in the business, and it did not live up to Ricochet and Logan Paul. Just think about that. Ricochet and Logan Paul put on a better match than Gunther and Drew McIntyre. I'll get into that later. So yeah, awesome match. Clap it up. Probably Ricochet's best match on the main roster as well. Next match we have here is Cody versus Brock Lesnar, part 3. Now, honestly, going into SummerSlam, I was not excited for this match whatsoever. We have been doing this pointless feud for the past 4 months with little to no explanation. The best explanation that we had is that Brock Lesnar didn't like his spot on the card and Cody got the main event. Brock, you didn't win the Royal Rumble. Brock, you want to get out of there as soon as possible. This is stuff that makes no sense. So therefore, this story has no base. There's no basis. There's no reason to care. That being said, they put on the best match they ever had. Now, I don't know if this is a hot take. This has been Brock Lesnar's best normal match since the one he had with Daniel Bryan. Or AJ Styles. I forgot which one was first. One of those two. He hasn't had a good one-on-one singles match, normal rules, no stipulations, in that long. That is so crazy to me. I don't put any other match he's had recently above that. I definitely wouldn't put that Roman Reigns match at WrestleMania 38 over that. Sheesh, bro, that match freaking blew. So, there was a couple things that were off about this match. I will say the whole superhero stick they gave for Cody was kind of OD. Cody really came off as just the god tier Super Cena babyface in this match. To the point where it was starting to tick me off because the match had started droning on a very long time to me. So what they did was they pretty much had Brock Lesnar dismantle Cody 3 times on the outside to get a count out. 3 times. This entire whole segment lasted like what, 8 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. You got freaking Brock going on the outside, destroying Cody Rhodes, running back in just for Cody to get up at 9 and run back in there. Does it again. Cody gets back up at 9, runs back in there. Does it again. Cody gets back up at 9, runs in there. I'm like, bro, please. Just please get this over with. This feud has no base. The feud was horrible. I will put this feud as horrible tier, easily. I don't understand why this even happened. If it was just this match and match 1 and 2 didn't exist, hey, we would have been cooking, bro. If this is a 1-month feud, I think JD said it. If this is a 1-month feud, oh, we would have been in freaking gold. This would have been a great match for Cody. His momentum would have stayed at least on a similar level to what it's been. I accidentally hit the mic. But yeah, I mean, there was a spot that was confusing. Cody picked up stairs and slapped Brock Lesnar directly in the face with them. There was no distraction. The ref was looking dead at Cody Rhodes, and there was no disqualification. I don't understand why they did that. That was like so random. Maybe that was an accident. I don't know. But Cody wouldn't pick up a stair and hit Brock with it if he knew it was a freaking normal match. It wasn't a no disqualification match. But honestly, the way they did this match, them having a stipulation would have ruined it. Because the first couple times they did the Brock dismantling Cody on the outside and him coming in, I thought that was pretty good. But once they got to the third time, I'm like, bro, okay, just fight, please. Just freaking fight. They got back into the ring. They did some solid combat. Brock was destroying that man the entire time. Cody didn't really get any crazy offense off until the very end, which obviously Cody won as expected. Logan Paul won the other match. I'm not sure if I said that. But yeah, Logan Paul won the other match. But Cody won. And after the match, Brock Lesnar extended his hand to Cody Rhodes. Now, apparently this was not planned, but I thought this was kind of confusing considering Brock's been literally killing Cody Rhodes for the past 4 months with no explanation. I'm personally not shaking that man's hand. If he's been beating me up for 4 months and not telling me why, I'm spitting in his face and telling him to skedaddle. Why did you shake this man's hand? Why did he extend his hand? Hopefully we get some sort of explanation. People were coming up with, oh, Brock's trying to get Cody ready for Roman Reigns again. He was upset because Cody was the one to beat him. No, because they would have told that story. They would have had, if they had Brock Lesnar take the mic and say, you're ready, at the end of that match, it would have made more sense instead of him extending his hand and giving him a hug. Like, what are we doing? Like, personally, I'm spitting in that man's face and telling him to freaking skedaddle. That'll probably lead to a 4th match, so I'm glad that didn't happen. But yeah, next was the Slim Jim Battle Royale. And we all know who should have won this match. Our guy, LA Knight. Yeah, and of course, he picked up the victory. There was no other option. There was nobody else who deserved that. Unless Johnny Gargano was in there, if LA Knight lost, I would have rioted. There was literally no other reason that this match was put on other than LA Knight. They had him in the ads. They had him doing the sponsorships. I mean, come on. It's right there. So there was rumors of a big return for SummerSlam. And the only big return we got was the mighty Omos. Get it? Big return? Yeah, that was our big return. Oh my god. I mean, Omos lasted a while in there. Honestly, I feel like he should have just got packed up as soon as the match started. Everybody gang up on him, throw him over the top. That's how I would have did it. But this Battle Royale did actually do something that most WWE Battle Royales don't do. And I will give them props for that. This Battle Royale extended storylines. You had Karrion Kross and AJ Styles continuing their little deal. You had Sheamus and LA Knight continuing their little deal at the end. You had Nakamura and Ciampa also continuing their feud, which I'm really interested in. The first match sucked. So hopefully they do better next time they're in the ring. So I'm sure it's going to lead to another match. But yeah, that's one thing I did really like about this, other than LA Knight winning, of course. But yeah, it was a battle royale just to fill some time. It was good for what it was. The right winner, right outcome. I couldn't ask for anything better. Next. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, this match freaking reeked. This match was horrible. I don't get why it was that bad. Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler. MMA rules match. Knockout, submission, and was it pin? No, it was no pin. It was knockout and submission. I honestly, coming into the pay-per-view, was very excited for this match. Only because Monday Night Raw did a very good job at building this up. They did the promo packages, the backstage promo packages. They did a really, really freaking good job. Better than anything Shayna and Ronda have done all year, by a mile. This is the best Shayna Baszler has looked since NXT. And that's sad, considering she's been on the main roster for what, 4 years? More? How long has it been since Shayna Baszler was called up? It's been a few years. But, I mean, I really expected this match to be one of the sleeper matches of the night. It was definitely a sleeper, 100%. Ronda Rousey did not look motivated at all to be in that ring. She hasn't looked motivated to be in that ring in years. I don't know what's wrong with her. She was in there with her best friend. You would think you would put your best friend over on your way out because she's going back to UFC. Thank God. The freak out of here. You suck. No offense. I mean, I'm not trying to, hurt nobody's feelings, but I mean, it's obvious that she does not want to be there. So she's wasting my time. She's wasting my freaking time. There's no point in me watching this match. There's no point in anybody watching this match. How long did it go? 8 minutes? Shayna won with a careful to clutch. GG's. Bye-bye, Ronda. Nah. Hey. Good freaking bye. Good. Get the freak out of here. Go to UFC. Make your money there. Have a freaking blast. I'm done. Next. Gunther versus Drew. This match was it jumped off the card to me. One, as being a good match. Two, what would they do? Now, going into this match, obviously Drew McIntyre came back at Money in the Bank after Gunther had won his match. So people were very chatty on Twitter and all other social media platforms of what Drew McIntyre status would be in the company. People thought he'd be leaving, which I was like, yeah, he's probably going to AEW. I wouldn't mind that. I just personally would not. Like, if I'm Triple H, I'm locking down Drew McIntyre. That's my first priority. I was very interested to see how they did this because Gunther's only a month away from breaking the IC title reign record. So if they gave it to Drew right here, creative malpractice. Sorry about you. Drew did not deserve to win this match tonight, and he did not. That was a phenomenal option. Now, this match was good. I wouldn't say this match was great. It could have been great. I don't know why the match felt like it was stuck in the second gear and it never got to the last one. It felt like this match had reached the climax and it didn't go farther. Like, if you understand what I'm saying. Their triple threat with Sheamus was god tier. Drew has had some great matches over the years. Gunther has been on a freaking dominant reign with great matches. I don't understand why this match fell flat. Maybe it's playing into the story because Drew stormed off. He stormed off after he lost that match. Respectably so. I'd do the same if I lost, but he stormed off, stormed her back, I was like, he kind of looks mad, but nobody really pointed it out until Kathy Kelly tried to interview him after the match, after the show had ended, and he just walked off, didn't say a word. Now, if Drew losing here leads to heel Drew McIntyre, this is what we freaking need for Drew. I don't want anybody. I've been saying this for months. I might pull up some of the old tweets I had. Drew McIntyre is the next champion. 100%. LA Knight is probably my favorite wrestler in the company right now, but he is not the next world champion, in my opinion. He might be the next 2 or 3. Personally, I'm pushing Drew McIntyre to the freaking moon on Monday Night Raw with ease. I'm having Drew McIntyre get upset on Monday Night Raw this week coming up. This is being recorded on Sunday night. It's currently 10 o'clock Sunday night, so SummerSlam was yesterday. This is before Monday Night Raw. I think Drew McIntyre should go rogue on the entire locker room. He should go one by one through everybody, starting off with Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle is so far the closest person to Drew McIntyre on Monday Night Raw, and I feel like Drew turning on him will be a great way to start that heel Drew run. Him just going through a whole bunch of baby faces on the roster would be a great, phenomenal way. Ricochet as well. A phenomenal way for him to get heel heat. Drew can be a heel. If y'all remember when Drew first came to the main roster, he was a heel and he was good. He was really freaking good. The Scottish Psychopath. I want it back. I want it back immediately. I deserve it. We deserve it. Heel Drew is 100% the way to go. He is the person to dethrone Seth Rollins. Not Damian Priest yet. Finn Balor already had his chance. We'll talk about that soon. No Dominic. Who's the other top heels on Monday Night Raw? Brock? I'm good. No. We don't want Brock. Was Brock still a heel after he handshake Cody? Maybe. I don't want Brock versus Seth. If anybody is going to be built up to be the next person to dethrone Seth, it's our boy, Drew freaking McIntyre. Now, next match, Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. This easily for me, match of the night. This match was the perfect mix of professional wrestling and sports entertainment in one phenomenal pay-per-view match. Seth came out with the freaking 2016 jacket that he had on when he injured Finn Balor. That was great. Seth with the freaking mind games, man. Seth honestly came off as the freaking heel until the end of the match, in my opinion. He came off as the heel more than Finn did because he injured Finn 7 years ago. He did that. He ruined Finn's title reign. That was the story coming into this match. Finn had the 7 years tattoo on his shoulder. The shoulder got messed up. Phenomenal setup. They set the table perfectly for this match coming in. I was excited. This match freaking humped. This match was phenomenal. This is easily the best Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins match. Easily. Better than their 2016 match. Better than their match at Money in the Bank. By a mile. This was a perfect showcase of Finn Balor and the near falls. They had me thinking Finn Balor was going to win. I thought he was going to win going into the pay-per-view. I thought it made sense for him to win. I would have preferred him winning, but he did not win. Seth Rollins, well, let's get into Damian Priest first. Damian Priest came out. I'm like, oh boy, is he cashing in? Is this man gonna cash in, or is he just gonna help Finn Balor? He helped Finn Balor. He tried to help Finn Balor. He slapped Seth Rollins. Finn Balor hit him with some move, got a very close near fall. Hit him with a pedigree. Very close near fall. I thought the match was over right there. That would have been a perfect way to tell the story. Then Balor goes for a flurry of freaking combos, buckle bombs out the freaking wazoo, hits him with a coup de grace, 1-2 kick out. Boy, I jumped up out the air because I thought Finn Balor won the title right now. I was excited because Finn deserves a world title run. I don't care what anybody says. Finn Balor deserves a world title run more than almost anybody else on Monday Night Raw. He's been there. He's shown up for years just to only get the short end of the stick for 7 years. But yeah, Damian tried to help Finn Balor win the match. He slid the briefcase under the mat. He went over to the other side to distract the ref while Balor hits Rollins with it, but he did not end up hitting Rollins with it. He tried to reach for the briefcase. Rollins runs up, stomps his head, bounces his head off the freaking Money in the Bank briefcase. 1, 2, 3. That was it. Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley, and Dominic tried to help. Not Finn Balor. Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and Dominic tried to help Finn, but it didn't end up working. Finn lost his match, and I'm done. No more Judgment Day versus Rollins BS until it's Damian's time. That's it. No more. So Raw is looking very interesting. I'm very interested to see where they're taking Monday Night Raw after this show. There is so much they can do. I'm hoping we get some returns on Raw as well, including Johnny Gargano. If we can get Orton back, I don't think it's going to happen, but if we can get Orton back, my personal favorite wrestler of all time, that would be great. If we can get Bray back eventually, that'd also be freaking great. Just give me something. But this match delivered. The only match on the card I would give anything close to 5 stars. I don't think I gave it 5 stars. I think I gave it like 4.5. I believe I gave it. But on Twitter, I believe I gave it a 4.5. So yeah, solid match. They should have been putting on these classics before. Money in the Bank should have been this match. So women's 3-way. I was hoping that this match would be the best women's 3-way we've ever seen. No, that still is, well, for me personally, that's still with Mercedes, and I forgot the other chick's names, over in New Japan Strong. I believe it, New Japan Strong, Stardom, whatever. That is still the best women's triple threat I've ever seen. I give this match a meh. A solid 3 out of 10. Not 3 out of 10, 3 out of 5. 3 stars out of 5. Asuka, one thing that really set me off a little bit when this match started, Asuka came out second. Charlotte Flair got the first entrance. Asuka, the champion, came out second. And Bianca Belair came out third. That automatically made me think, Bianca's winning this match, isn't she? This company does not like Asuka. I've noticed that. This company hates Asuka, in fact. Her title reign, 70 days, I believe it was. Not nearly long enough. I don't know what they're doing with her. I mean, with the rumors that we'll discuss in a minute going around about Kyrie, are they going to put the Kabuki Warriors back together? I don't know. We'll see. But Bianca, she looked like a freaking superstar in this match. She always looks good, but you know what I mean. She looked very, very strong. She came off as that strong Super Cena-esque babyface. There was one part of the match where she got freaking dunked on the outside by Charlotte, I believe it was, and all you heard was splat, and it was her freaking knee. She hit her knee on the freaking stairs. I thought she was legit injured. That got me. They worked me there. I thought she was injured. They put up the X sign. They took her to the back. The match continued. Nobody really cared about what was going on. The crowd was dead. I was just sitting there like this, just waiting for something to happen, because at that point, Asuka has to win, right? Bianca comes back out. She pulls the ultimate babyface card and comes back out while she's injured. So I'm like, oh, thank God, this is a freaking work. She's not injured for real. I'm very interested to see what happens with her as well. Is she going to be out for a while? Is she going to come back heel? We'll see. But the match kind of went on. I kind of tuned out a little bit just to see what people were saying on the internet. And by the time I knew it, Charlotte Flair had Asuka in a figure 8, and Bianca was coming back out. She was just watching Bianca go to the top rope. It's a beautiful 450. Doesn't win the match. She hits a 450 on Charlotte Flair, but she doesn't win the match from that. Asuka comes over there, rolls up Asuka. 1, 2, 3. Match was freaking meh. It was just, it started off good for me, but then it ended off, and the middle of it was just lukewarm at best. I completely forgot about Io coming into this match. I completely forgot about Io's existence. So her music hitting popped me hard. I was so freaking excited. I knew she was winning. There was no way she wasn't, because Bianca was just in shambles from that knee spot. So Io and Bailey run out to Io's music, which is a freaking banger, by the way. I think it's called Tokyo Shock. Phenomenal Def Rebel song. I think this is their best Def Rebel song. But yeah, Io and Bayley come out. Bayley's hitting Charlotte and Asuka with the briefcase. Rolls in, she tries to hit Bianca. Bianca shoves the briefcase in her face. Io takes the briefcase, hits Bianca straight in the knee. I'm like, oh yeah. She cashes in, goes up to the top, moonsault, 1, 2, 3. Io is your new WWE Women's Champion. That was 100% a Triple H move, because Vince McMahon would have had Charlotte Flair winning and Io would have stayed in the freaking bag. That was 100% a Triple H move, and I'm glad he stepped in and took that freaking control. Damage control. Anyway, speaking of damage control, Dakota Kai, she came out. She's been injured for a couple months now. I think she still has a long recovery road ahead of her after that interview she had. But yeah, Dakota Kai comes out to celebrate with Io and Bayley, and Michael Cole had a really good line. From the world of stardom to the top of the world. Yeah, that hit. That really hit, because I don't think stardom's ever been, has it been mentioned on WWE? I don't think it has. Then it might have been the first time. But Michael Cole has been killing it as an announcer. We love Michael Cole around here. Now, Kairi Sane. Asuka was talking about this plan she had on the interview on SmackDown, or the backstage promo on SmackDown. She had a plan. Was that plan her misting someone? She's been misting people for months, for years. So why is that your plan when it hasn't worked out that much in your past? It worked out for you one really good time, but it hasn't worked out much for you in your past. Why is that your sole plan? Rumors broke that Kairi Sane had re-signed with the company before the show started, and I was already like, yeah, she's here. 100% she's here. I thought Kairi was going to come out and prevent Io from, well, no, when Io was coming down, I thought that Kairi Sane would prevent Io from doing the cash in, but obviously that didn't happen. I thought Kairi Sane would help her retain the title, and not allowing Bianca Belair to get it. That didn't happen. So once this match was over, I was very confused, because they said Kairi was re-signed with the company. Asuka had a plan. It was just hand in hand. They were teammates at one point. I thought for sure our girl Kairi Sane, we're gonna hear that freaking One Piece pirate music go off. I thought she was back, but nope, she did not make her return, and apparently she still has some Japanese dates in the future, so we'll probably see her in the next couple months. Very meh match, but it does open up a lot of paths for the future, so I'm very interested to see what they do with the women's division. SmackDown is stacked. Raw is in shambles. They have nobody for Rhea Ripley outside of maybe Shayna Baszler and Raquel and Liv. That's it. Liv's injured, so they only really have 2. We'll see, man. We'll see. And I got a text. My mom's still awake apparently. Tribal Combat. As you can see the picture, Jay and Roman Reigns right there. The match did not hit. I'm sorry. This is easily Roman's worst match in my opinion. This is easily his worst match since WrestleMania 38 against Brock. I don't know what the frick they were cooking. This match, it did not live up to expectations. Jey Uso is a phenomenal worker. Roman Reigns is a phenomenal worker when it comes to storytelling, and even his moveset is kind of cool. I mean, I enjoy his moveset. This match was so freaking slow. It really didn't ramp up until they started bringing out the kendo sticks and the whip, or not the whip, the belt. I can't say that on here. The belt. They were freaking bashing each other. Roman had bruises, cuts. Jay had cuts all on his hand from the kendo stick. Phenomenal match. Steel chair spots. Awesome, bro. The match really took a freaking nosedive once Solo Sikoa stuck his thumb in the freaking tribal combat business. Literally stuck his thumb in it. Why? The rules on one of the websites said that this is no interference. You can't interfere in this match, but they did. So I'm hoping, I'm praying that we get an explanation on why the freaking rule was broken, and we get a rematch or something. Roman is not set to freaking wrestle or have any segments on Raw or SmackDown for months. For months. What are we doing, WWE? What are we doing? This man is off for how many months as your main world champion? Oh my God, just whatever, man. Jay continues to try, not Jay, Solo continues to help Roman Reigns dismantle Jey Uso. I'm expecting Jimmy to come out and help. Didn't happen. Jay and Roman tried to hit the duo Samoan spike into a spear. Jay pulls Solo into the way. Solo gets speared. Solo's mad at Roman. He's staring at him, all upset, grunting like a freaking pig. Upset at him. I mean, dog, we don't care. I'm not even gonna hold you. But Jay does end up putting Solo Sikoa through a table, just as he did to Jimmy. Solo Sikoa did to Jimmy not too long ago, so that was a decent callback. Jay spears Roman, hits him with a Samoan splash. 1, 2, and somebody in a black hoodie pulls Jey Uso out the ring. Personally, I thought this was gonna be an indie Samoan, like Jacob Fatu, just waiting in line for him to be called up to WWE. I thought that was him or Zilla or somebody, but it was Jimmy freaking Uso. Jimmy turns on Jay. I am very freaking confused on why we did that. What is the point? Why break up the best tag team in the world, in my opinion? The best tag team in the freaking world. For what? Now, one thing I will say, this better not lead to Jimmy joining Roman again. That would make zero sense. That would make zero sense whatsoever. Why have Jimmy go through all of that with Jay just to 1, turn on him, and 2, join back with Roman and Solo? That makes zero sense to me. It seems like they're trying to drag this out for another 2 freaking years, 3 years maybe. Paul Heyman said we're only in the 3rd inning. We got a while to go. I don't understand, man. This match left me very confused. Freaking Paul Heyman's explanation did not make it any better in the press conference. I don't understand, man. Bloodline, I will say, the freaking backlash this got, while warranted, is kind of crazy. People were saying, oh, Sami Zayn is the only reason the Bloodline has been a good or came off as a captivating story. That is cap. That is absolute lies. If anything, Bloodline has not been bigger since recently. Recently, they've been shattering records. So, I mean, I don't really understand where the narrative that Sami is carrying the Bloodline story. Now, he was a very good asset. He added that relatability factor to the Bloodline 100%. Now, it's just Jay, Roman, Solo, Jimmy, and Paul Heyman. We're back to square one, kinda, with the addition of Solo. I won't sit here and pretend. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like the Bloodline story has not been the best storyline in pro wrestling. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend. Just because it has one hiccup does not mean it's bad. We're discounting in the entire saga because of one hiccup that could be fixed if they explain it right. And if he doesn't join with Roman, what are we doing? Let's have some respect for this storyline. This is a once in a lifetime storyline we're getting here. Now, some people do want it to end. I understand. Trust me, I freaking understand why you want it to end. Roman is holding that title hostage, and he will be holding that title hostage at least until WrestleMania. So just put the seatbelt on, because we got, what, 8 months? I mean, this match fell flat, and it made no sense why they had Jimmy Uso turn on his brother. Makes zero sense. But overall, like I said, I give the show maybe a 7, maybe a 6.5, something like that. But that was SummerSlam, man. There was a lot of stuff they could have fixed on this card, like giving Drew and Gunther more time and shaving at least like 15 minutes off that Bloodline, cutting Ronda and Shayna completely. Get that the frick off the card. I don't care. Oh, the women deserve, but they do 100%. I won't sit here and lie to you, but having more matches on the card is not making them better. They could have cut Shayna and Ronda on the card, and this would have been an 8 out of 10 show. Personally, they could have shaved time off a lot of matches. a lot of matches and gave more time to matches that were really good, like Gunther versus Drew or freaking Seth versus Finn Balor. Honestly, I wouldn't have even had Shayna and Ronda. I would have Trish and Becky on the show over them without a freaking doubt. So, I mean, the whole narrative that the more the merrier, no. Less is more. Quality over quantity. You don't need 4 women's matches on the card. This freaking pay-per-view would have went to like 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock if there was 2 more matches on this card. I'm good. Just put them on Monday Night Raw. Make these matches feel special. Have women in actual storylines. I'm going to talk about that in another video because the women do deserve better, but not in the way you guys are explaining it. But yeah, SummerSlam overall, I would say was a good show. It was very disappointing for Triple H standards, but yeah, it's been your boy Fear. I'm signing out. Hit that like button and subscribe to this brand new channel. Hit the subscribe button. Do it. Brand new channel. If this gets some love, I will do a lot more of these videos. I have a few videos in the chamber that I could do right here, right now, like that women's video discussing AEW All In, discussing AEW in general and their women's roster. They're in some deep waters over there right now. But yeah, it's been your boy Fear. I'm signing out. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.